Hello, in this programming video we are going to look at modifier types, and we've sort of already used them, but we sort of just glanced over them. Okay, so modifier types are, like these keywords: public, and I believe we had one as private, but we renamed it. So if you don't specify a keyword, so like in front of the class we didn't, what this means is it's accessible to anywhere within the same package. So there's three main sort of ones you can choose. So I'll demonstrate. So you got public. Public means it can be, so if you have a public variable, it can be accessed within the class that is created. It can be accessed from child classes that are inheriting from it. As you can see, we've done lives equals I. And you can access it outside as well. So that's public. The next lower down one is protected. So if I go to the character, it's very common to have parent classes that aren't going to be sort of, have objects created of it directly for all of their properties, or most of them, to be protected. So if I do protected like so, and we'll get errors here. And what protected does is it says the property can be accessed within the class is created. That's fine. It can be accessed within a children class, but outside of that, so like an object that is created of the class, you cannot access it like so. If for example you see the reduce self method, I'll go to enemy, I'll change this back to public, and I save it, the error disappears on reduce health. So that's the public keyword and the protected keyword. The final keyword is private. So if I just demonstrate this, I'll change this to private, see what happens. If you have a private variable or a private method or any property, it just means it can be accessed from within the class that is created, and that is it. Cannot be accessed from any children class, and definitely cannot be accessed from the outside. So generally speaking, methods that you need to have access to, via the object, they should be public. Variables, for the most part, should either be private or protected. If they need to be used from a child class, then obviously protected. And you would use getters and setters the way I sort of showed you in the previous video. So feel free to have a look at that. And the reason you would do this instead of just having everything public and making it easily accessible, this is a long age debate which I'm sure you will come across in your programming career, whether it's in real life or on Stack Overflow or somewhere else online, in the comments on YouTube, for example. And honestly, the main reason is to help prevent errors. Because if you have access to the variable anywhere, you'll start accessing it anywhere you want. And lives, for example, you generally can't have 0 lives, or maybe you can have 0 lives and then you die, but you can't have minus lives in a lot of games. So if you have a getter and a setter, when you set the value, you could do some sort of check on it to see if it's a valid value, not valid data type, but a valid value for what that variable is supporting. Whereas if you don't do that and it's just public, you or another developer on your project could just be accessing those variables, assigning them wherever you want. And the problem with that is it increases the amount of places where errors can occur. If you reduce it to just stuff like private and protected, most of the errors that will occur for stuff like assignment will most likely be within the class. So you can just go to the class and look at it and think, okay, the problem is here. So that's it for modifier types. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I look forward to seeing you in the next awesome Java video.